Alright guys, I'm going to try to do a little bit of fence mowing this evening. This is something I haven't ever done before because I don't own this fence mower. I'm just kind of borrowing it from a friend. And we have it on one of our tractors. Here's the fence mower. And it sticks out past the tractor tire. You got to put it on a pretty small tractor. That's why I've got it on this 1910 Ford tractor here that belongs to my dad, that he's had forever. But basically, you just drive along and you put this under the fence, and as it comes to a fence post, this hits the fence post and it rolls back on these tires and goes around the post, and then it's supposed to snap back and continue mowing along under the fence. Now so I'm going to try it out in this field here. We're in one of the hay fields that I mow. This is a field that I rent. The price to rent this field is 15 rolls of hay. I have to supply the owner with 15 rolls of hay each year, and I get to keep the rest of the hay. There's about 10 acres here. It goes up, there's a fence all the way around. It goes up and comes back down around and back around and around. Anyway, there's another little part of it right over there. You go through a gate and there's another part to this field. It's another couple acres. There's about 8 here and 2 down there. But there's fence all the way around this property, and you can see it's growed up pretty bad because I don't typically mow the fence, and sometimes the owner does and sometimes he doesn't. But I was going to attempt to use this mower and see how I got along with it. And if it works good, I may purchase one in the future so I can keep the fence mowed over here and other places. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Give it a try. All right, so I'll talk about this tractor for a second. I know y'all hadn't seen it before, but it's been around. It's a 1910 Ford. You can't see the numbers on it very well anymore. But I like to pick on my dad about this tractor and say that 1910 is the year it was made instead of the model of it. But he don't think it's too funny. But he's had it. He bought it when I was probably 5 years old or something for his construction business, to use a box blade and to do finish work on yard and stuff around houses. And it's worked good, for years doing that. And then eventually he updated and got the TC55s, and he don't use this tractor much anymore for anything other than spraying and a few things, and it just sets mostly. But he don't want to get rid of it, so I thought this would be a good thing for it to do, since it's narrow, and that'll give the mower plenty of room to stick out past the tire. But yeah, so I guess this tractor is about 27 years old or something. Now, one neat thing he did with this tractor is he put this double stack of remote valves on it right here, because it didn't have any remotes. And my dad did that. And they put one remote valve here because they always used hydraulic top link on this tractor. And then the other thing they did was put a hydraulic side link on this tractor, so you could tilt your implement. If you're using a box blade, you could tilt it a little bit to cut a ditch or to do a crown in the driveway, contour yards, stuff like that. And it works good, and it's still working. The hoses are rather rotten, but like I said, they've been on there for years and years and years. But anyway, let's get this thing off the trailer and try to use it. All right, so the grass is really tall, and it's not mowing it off the best in the world. And but I don't know, what do you expect out of a rotary blade with 4-foot grass, I guess. I probably won't have to go back over it again, but I've got more to do. I was letting the camera charge in the truck while I got started. My camera was about dead. So yeah, watch a little bit and see what y'all think. This old high tensile fence here along the road, a lot of it's down and laying down in the bottom, laying all the way down in the bottom of the fence on the ground, and it's giving me a little bit of trouble, but it's doing a pretty good job. It's not the best in the world. I guess it beats using a weed eater. This would be a whole lot of weed eating, but you could probably do a better job with a weed eater. It likes to dig in the ground a lot. If the fence here is kind of up a little bit higher than the ground around it, and that's causing some issues digging in the ground. The other thing I notice is it's not, when it hits a post and then it tries to go back in this tall grass, the spring isn't strong enough to snap it back under the fence. So it's struggling there, and it looks like you can adjust the spring maybe, but it's all the way as tight as it'll go, I think. And then this build up on this track where the wheels are is hurting that. See how much it lacks going back to the stop and get this grass off of it. The grass won't let it go back. The spring isn't strong enough. But you know, it's probably not really made to mow this tall of grass. I guess it's not the problem. It's probably designed to mow like a lawnmower, like 4 or 6 inches of grass. So this is probably pushing its limits a little bit. But I guess if you had one of these, you'd have to really stay up with the fence maintenance to keep it mowed down, you know, regularly, so it wouldn't be this bad, and probably work a lot better. so I still got some more to mow. I got to go from here down there and back over to my truck where I started, but I may go around it again and try to tidy it up a little bit where it missed some places. But I guess my thoughts on it are, it probably had to have some improvements before I would want to purchase one of these. It's got several little flaws, like I was talking about the wheels, the build up getting on here, not letting the wheels roll, spring tension issues. Also, if it'll do this right here a lot when it hits a post, instead of rolling back, it'll just tilt right here. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to do that or if that's another little flaw it has. I mean, all in all, it works okay, but it's not what I was expecting, I guess, to put it that way. It still beats a weed eater though. Another thing that I'd like to see is it mow a little wider. If it would mow back over this way more, towards the center of the tractor. I think it only mows about 22 inches or something, and that's not wide enough to mow the whole strip of grass that I've left with my disc bind here. I've probably left 2 foot in most places. So it'd be nice if it would mow a little wider. That way it would mow it all in one pass and not leave a unmowed strip. But those are just my opinions about it. I feel like like I said before, it would work a lot better if this was maintained regularly. This is pretty hard on it, mowing this tall grass with it. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed my fence mower review and 1910 tractor ride along, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, if you ever wonder why I'm wearing the same shirt in every video, here's the reason why. I got hundreds of them.